Welcome YouTube world. Welcome YouTube world. This is Net 27. Today I'm talking boxing. Today is June the 9th, 2024. Want to give a quick take on this past Friday's Adrian the Problem Broner versus Blair Cobb 10 round welterweight fight. Just want to give a quick uh, take on the fight that happened this past Friday. As y'all know, Blair Cobbs won the fight, 10 round unanimous decision. And just going to give a quick take. Y'all can agree or disagree. It's cool. But this is my take, my opinion from what I saw this past Friday night. Interesting fight. I originally picked Blair Cobbs to win the fight. I didn't really feel like Adrian Broner had much left. Really because of his inactivity. He hadn't fought in over a year, and he was fighting a taller, faster fighter in Blair Cobb. Um, but anyway, the fight went pretty much as I expected. Adrian Broner was dropped in the second round. He was outworked. He was out hustled. Um, and even when he did let his hands go, he was out of position and he was getting caught with a lot of shots from Blair Cobbs. And also, even though Adrian Broner came in during the weigh-in at 146, it looked like he rehydrated up to 170 because he looked real flabby around the middle during the fight. So he must have rehydrated at least 20 to 25 pounds within a 24, 36 hour period of the weigh-in because he looked overweight. He put on too much weight in between the weigh-in and the rehydration process. But that's on him. And as a result, he was slow trying to track down and step to Blair Cobb. Adrian Broner has never been a fighter who really could take the fight to somebody. He was always been more of a counterpuncher. But he was forced to take the fight to Blair Cobb because Blair Cobb does move. But for the most part, Blair Cobb stood in front of Adrian Broner and moved with purpose. He boxed, let his hands go. Adrian Broner came up with the high guard like this constantly. When you listen to boxers, when you come in with your hands up like this, it's hard for you to get your shots off because your hands are up here. Your hands up here. You can't get your shots off. You can't be first when your hands are up here unless you're in close. But when you're tracking a guy down with a high guard, this is not going to work, especially if you don't move your head, which Adrian Broner does not do when he does use that high guard. And as a result, he wasn't able to land any shots. He wasn't able to be first because of his hands up here. But anyway, I think this is the end for Adrian Broner. He came on a little bit toward the end of the fight, the last 3 rounds. He did come alive a little bit, but it was a little bit too late. By that time, Adrian Broner needed a knockout by the 7th round because he lost pretty much every round. And it was just too much for him to overcome at this point in his career. He's had a great career, 4-division champion, but right now it's time for Adrian Broner to hang it up. He's pretty much done. He's past his prime, and it's time to hang it up. So, also I want to make a comment. I saw the whole boxing card. The co-main event was, I think, heavyweight Mike Hunter, Bounty Hunter, and a guy named Cassius. I forgot his last name. That was one of the worst fights I've ever seen. I don't know if y'all saw the undercard. Man, that was the co-main event heavyweights. They both ranked top 10, I believe 8 and 9 respectively. But that was one of the worst fights I've ever seen. Mike Hunter won 10-round decision. The guy named Cassius was just backing up the whole fight. Wasn't trying to land no punches. Wasn't trying to win the fight. He was pretty much a punching bag, and it looked like he threw the fight. Pretty much, he gave the fight away. Didn't want no smoke. Wasn't letting his hand go. Wasn't trying to put no bad intentions on his punches to hurt this dude. It looked like a straight setup. One of the worst fights I've ever seen. One of the most pathetic performances I've ever seen by a fighter. That dude, Cassius, whatever your name is, bro, you 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 should never step into a ring again. You need to retire too. I mean, this looked like a straight fixed fight. This co-main event, bad look for boxing, and bad look for Don King. And I respect Don King what he's done in boxing, but this was one of the worst co-main event in boxing that I have ever seen, ever, ever. And also with the commentators, Carl King. I'm okay with Christy Martin, but Carl King, what does Carl King know about boxing? Judging by his broadcast, very little, very little. And also, you had Albert Hainsworth up there. Didn't Albert Hainsworth play in the NFL for like 10 years? What does Albert Hainsworth know about boxing? I'm just curious. Why was Albert Hainsworth, former NFL defensive end, why was Albert Hainsworth on the boxing broadcast? I was confused. I was like, that's Albert Hainsworth. You used to play for the Redskins. I was I was I was like, what? But anyway, that's it for Adrian Broner. Big ups to congratulations to Blair Cobbs winning the fight like I expected. And he was the favorite going into the fight. So he did what he did. Dropped Adrian Broner, put him down, landed a lot of shots, moved when he needed to, didn't run around the ring, and really didn't need to run. And he really couldn't run because the ring was so fucking small. It was a small ring. I don't know if people noticed that. That was that's one of the smallest rings I've ever seen. So Adrian Broner should have had no problem stepping to Blair Cobb and tracking him down, cutting the ring off, but never has been Adrian Broner's cup of tea. So bad matchup, but at any rate, he came in too heavy during the rehydration process. He was slow getting off his punches, and easy to hit. So that's it. That's how I saw the fight. And but once again, big up to Blair Cobb. Salute to Adrian Broner. Great career. Time to hang it up, brother. Time to do something else. So that's all I got for this video. Once again, my name is Ahmed. This is Nectar 27, where I talk boxing. And I'll be back again with another video in regard to this coming week. Tank Davis, Frank Martin, main event. I will be commenting on that in the next video. Also, David Benavidez against, I think, Alexander Grzek. I might be saying his name wrong, but that's gonna be a great card right there. Those are two fights I'm definitely looking forward to this upcoming June 15th. So I'll be back with a prediction video on that. But that's all I got. Please hit the like, subscribe button if you like this comment. If you disagree, feel free to leave a comment. Just be respectful. That's all I ask. That's all I got. Thank you for coming to the channel. Enjoy your work week. Peace.